Hello lovely people. When I am not doodling random people with pink hair in my sketchbook, I spend most of my day in an animation studio because that is where I work. I'm an animator. I've been doing it for 10 years next month, and the secret that I have about animation is that I was not a good animator. It's something I've wanted to do since I was about 5 years old. And I saw Lexo Jr. for the first time, which is a Pixar short, and I saw it on Sesame Street. I asked my mum what that was, and she explained animation to me. I was probably very close to becoming an electrician if she'd explained what a light was to me, because Lexo Jr. is a lamp. If you didn't know that, that joke makes no sense. So I was always looking for ways to become a better animator. So I wanted to give you some motivational animation tips. In the future, I'll give you some actual animation tips, but these motivational tips are probably things that can help anyone who's trying to learn something new, not just animators, who don't feel like they're naturally talented at something, because I feel your pain. I wanted it so much and I wanted to be so good at it, and everyone around me was so good and I really struggled. So these are some of the things that I do to help push me to get where I want to. Number 1, failure. Failure sounds like a scary word, but I promise you that failing is the thing that's going to push you to be better. I heard once that the only difference between a master and, I suppose, a Padawan or a beginner is that a master has failed many more times than someone who's starting out. And I think that's really true. If you don't try it, you're never going to be able to fail and learn from that. So just go out there, and I think Chuck Jones said that there are 10,000 bad drawings before you do your first good drawing. And I think that applies to everything. So 10,000 hours of animation and you should be a pro. Easy, right? But the more you fail, the quicker you'll get there. Number 2, action equals motivation. For some reason, I always had this idea that one day inspiration would hit me and I would just become a great animator. And I kept waiting, and it felt sometimes like I just had this block, so I just never started doing things in my own time. And the same goes for the drawing. But I think you need to flip the way you look at it. You shouldn't be waiting for the inspiration. You should do the action first, and once you start doing it, then the inspiration will come. So just pick up the pencil or just open the animation program, whether it's Maya or Toon Boom, and just start to draw. If you pick up a paintbrush and start drawing, because you don't draw with paintbrushes. If you pick up a paintbrush and you just start painting, you're already one step closer to becoming a fantastic watercolorer artist. That's the word, artist. So do the action first, and the motivation and the inspiration will come after. Number 3, critiques are good. This one is so hard to teach people, including me. I was the worst at this when I started out in the industry. But critiques, you need them. Let everyone see it. Your mum, your neighbor, animators, older animators, newer animators, anyone. Any artist can look at your work, or someone that's not an artist can look at your work and help you to get a better piece of work. It doesn't mean you have to take on everything they say, but if you ask 4 people and all 4 people have the same suggestion, maybe they're onto something. I know 100% that I have opinions now that I didn't have years ago. And I like things now that I didn't used to like. So it's only the critiques that have got me here, I suppose. And although art is so personal, because it's your work on a piece of paper, and sometimes it feels like you're handing them your heart and then they're gonna squash it and squish it under their foot. But they're really not. They're not critiquing you, they're critiquing the drawing that's in front of them or the art that's in front of them. Hopefully they want to help you. And hopefully it'll make you better. Number 4. This one is kind of animation based, but I think it applies to everything. The tech will come. Oh, the hours I spent trying to work out the computer program that is Maya. It hurt my brain. And the same kind of goes with Copic markers or pastels or charcoal or oil painting. I think there's 2 layers to it. There's the actual ideas and wanting to draw and knowing what you want to see on the piece of paper, and then there's the actual mastering of the material. So You could be an incredible drawer with a pencil, but then when you pick up a watercolor brush, let's call a watercolor brush tech, the tech stops you. But I promise you the tech will come. There was a time when I started in university where we were learning Maya, and I thought it was gonna beat me. It was the steepest learning curve of my life. It was like I was walking up Everest, and at the top of it was how to do IK. And IK is how you make a foot stick to the ground in CG animation. But I promise you, you will get through it if you just are persistent. Imagine it's a really annoying neighbor who keeps playing music really loudly and you're trying to read a book. Eventually, they'll stop playing the music. That's an awful analogy. That's not gonna work. Imagine it, the tech is a bit like exercise. If you keep going to the gym and you're persistent, in the end, the muscles will come and you'll get that muscle memory and you will beat that tech. You will beat it, I promise you. It won't feel like it sometimes, but you will. You will beat it. I'm currently trying to keep telling myself that while I'm trying to learn watercolors and digital art. Oh, it's tough. Number 5, watch everything. I know, that sounds hard. It sounds impossible to watch everything, but watch everything. Watch films, watch TV shows, watch documentaries, watch people with their dogs in a dog park. Animating and drawing are based on the world around you, and it's amazing the ideas you will get. If you have an opportunity to travel somewhere for the day, do it. Go and draw the things you see. If you're forced to watch, I don't know, if you're forced to watch a sports game? If you're forced to watch a rugby match when you go to visit a family member, sketch the players running around on the field. Have a look at how they move, and it will help you. Watch comedians, how they set up an action and what is funny. Try and work that out. Watch a scene and even watch bad things, because the bad things will definitely give you more insight into what they're doing wrong and what you should avoid. So yeah, do everything, watch everything, ask everyone. And every time you fail, ignore it. I think to sum up, getting good at something, or even getting to a place where you feel okay with something, it can be really hard, and it's taken me 10 years to even feel like I can talk about someone else getting into the industry or learning to draw. But it's just practice and persistence, and as long as you are enjoying what you do, you won't mind the journey there too much. And there is stumbling blocks like with the tech and things, but if you're enjoying it, then it's the right thing to be doing, and hopefully you'll get where you want to go. And just because you're not the most naturally talented person in your class or in your studio, don't worry. It doesn't mean you're not going to be incredibly great. Because you want to get there, you will. This could all just be summed up with a drawing of Yoda saying, "Do or do not, there is no try." Oh, that was the worst Yoda impression ever. Sorry, Frank Oz. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope these creative, motivational tips were helpful. Do you have any for me? If you have any tips for me that will help me get it better, please let me know down below. Please subscribe. And it was lovely to chat with you. Bye! Oh, such a bad Yoda impression.